The big Lodha deal that we're tracking for you. Shaishav Dharia, the regional CEO and CEO of the office's business, is with us as well this morning on that big fat realty deal. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so take us through the contours first. What prompted you to sell the Wadala property?
Sure. Earlier this year, we had basically announced that we would be going about reducing our debt and had outlined a few steps. So this was basically one of the transactions that we had outlined, that we would sell this one commercial tower at New Cuff Parade location in Wadala. It's a grade A asset, and we had seen significant investor interest. So I think one, to sell the asset, and two, to signal that we have a high quality asset portfolio ready to be monetized, and we are on track with the plan we had shared with everyone.
Well, give us the details of the deal. What is exactly the total land parcel? How much you've sold it for?
So this is actually a very large mixed-use development of residential, commercial, retail. So what we've basically, the transaction is focused on one commercial tower of approximately 800,000 square feet. And the value that has been agreed upon for the full tower stands at approximately 1,350 crores. So we will be selling that one tower as part of, from the entire portfolio at this point.
And are there more such deals in the pipeline, again, in that attempt to pay debt?
So we continuously keep doing deals.
Sure.
I think if you look at our record over the last 12 to 18 months, we've done multiple such transactions, which I think reflects the faith the investors and the community has in our asset base. So for example, we did a deal in Palava City on the residential front with Ivanhoe Cambridge. Then we did a deal with Ishang Redwood, which is funded by Warburg Pincus, for an industrial park at Palava. We've done deals with KKR. Now this particular transaction.
Sure.
So I think we always get interest from a variety of investors, and we are starting to see a lot of investors coming in from new markets like Canada, South Korea, who are looking to us across the real estate spectrum. Where can you partner? Where can you invest? So I think the deals will happen,
Sure.
and more will happen over the next few months.
Tell me, what happens to your commercial aspirations at Lodha?
So I think the commercial market, the entire rental asset-based market itself has been quite buoyant. This would be offices, retail, industrial parks. So we are quite significantly present in all three. Coming back to offices, for us, it's primarily Mumbai. So within Mumbai, the way we see it is, the Mumbai market has seen about 5 million square feet of net leasing over the last 2 years annually. Supply of grade A office continues to fall short of demand. Consequently, vacancy is in the single digits now. Prices are going up. One report shared about 8% growth in rental prices. So overall, a very buoyant market. We're seeing a lot of investor interest, so good capital, successful REITs, so a good exit option. So it has a very good next 3 to 4 years. And for us, we've already delivered 6 million square feet of office space to date, which most people don't realize because our residential side always dwarfs the office part of it.
That's right.
And then we have another 6 million square feet that is under development, with 2 more towers getting completed by December.
Where are they?
There's one in Thane, there's another one in Palava. And so we're doing offices at Lower Parel, Thane, Wadala, which is a New Cuff Parade location, Palava, and Andheri. So 6 more million square feet. In 3 years, most of this will be delivered, at which point this could be a REITable asset, probably value about $2 billion. So quite significant in that sense. And I think this particular deal, I think when you ask me what prompted this deal, I think it was basically also to create further momentum for this New Cuff Parade office location. MMRDA just recently called it the BKC2. That's the new office, front office, CBD they want to develop. The Sion BKC bridge just got completed and should open to the public soon. So from the New Cuff Parade location, you'll land up into BKC within 10 minutes. And then you have a deal like this. Plus, we have the ability to do 2 more million square feet in the same location. So I think all of this, basically, this deal is not just for the debt part. It's also for creating a value for the rest of the office portfolio in this new business district. So that's why I think we went around this part.
But let's talk about the debt part. Where is the debt standing post the Wadala deal? And what then is the plan to retire it going forward?
So if you look at the overall debt, right? So our India business debt is about 18,000 crores. If you look at our overall asset base of what we have in terms of collections, already ready inventory, and projects underway where we have approvals, construction going on, that asset base is about 1 lakh crores. So between that or the option to even REIT out the commercial assets, we are in a very reasonably comfortable position. This was just to signal that we had high quality assets. When required, we can easily monetize. So we don't really see a challenge. We've never missed a debt payment, and I don't see that actually changing at all in the soon.
What's the overall environment looking like as well? I mean, has much changed since we last spoke? The reason I ask is we are talking about a big deal. So you have a strategic vision going forward as well. But given the kind of pain the industry is coming out of, have you seen any near-term change in the environment?
I think last Friday was a very positive event.
Yes, of course.
I think it just changes the sentiment. I think most of these segments need a sentiment change. There have already been a series of steps taken by the finance minister, if you look at it over the last 2 months, all positive. So the holiday season officially starts on Sunday, right after Shraddh. And I really think this particular Diwali season is going to see very good sales. So for example, actually, while the mood is not as positive, we did about 3,000 crores in the first 5 months of the year. So resi sales still happen.
Sure.
The demand for ready inventory in particular remains very high. And with this sentiment boost, I expect the second half of the year to be much stronger. So I think overall it should be quite good.
But tell me, how's the residential side of real estate going on? Because, it's public knowledge that there is that supply-demand mismatch, at least in the areas that you are largely focused in, which is the Mumbai region. And, one has seen that the segment has been in a slump, what with demonetization, then GST, RERA, all of it has taken its toll. Do you see a residential side of the big business really pick up? And what exactly are the plans there going forward? In terms of how much of the inventory can you convert to sales?
So if you look at the last 3 years, when all of these various changes or events have happened, right?
Yeah.
Our sales have continued to remain quite strong. So we've done between 7,500 to 8,000 crores for the last 2 years. As I said, 3,000 crores in the first 5 months of this year. So if you look at that part, there is still good demand. When there is credible products, the demand remains strong. If you have ready inventory, demand remains strong. So I think it's a question of not a single paint across the entire market. Secondly, while I know we always get associated much more with luxury and high end, more than 50% of our portfolio falls in the affordable segment. And that segment has continued to see tremendous growth with all the other incentives that the government has created out there. So overall, I think the market will continue to get stronger. It will get the positive sentiment change that's happened now, I think, will give it that boost. And so a lot of this inventory that we have, high quality, will be monetizable. So that's why we feel quite comfortable where we are today and the path going forward.
All right. Shaishav, thank you so much for joining us and taking us through the contours of that deal and its significance going forward.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.